you.
Welcome.
Yeah. So draw the triangle. Now we are going to assume that angle A is 45 degrees. So write down this assumption. In right triangle ABC, let angle A equals 45 degrees. This is right angle at B, and I have already taken my A to be 45 degrees. So can you tell me what will be my angle C? What will be my angle C?
45.
Yes, it will be again
45.
45 degrees because the 90 degrees is fixed. If one of the angle in the right triangle is 45, the second angle
45.
becomes 45 degrees because of the angle sum property. So if let angle A equals 45 degrees, then the angle A equals angle C becomes 45 degrees. Right? Now if my angle A and angle C have become equal, then the sides opposite to them. So side opposite to angle C is AB and the side opposite to angle A is BC. So they also will become equal. And we will call it sum A. So this will imply that AB equals BC because those are sides opposite to equal angles. Sides opposite to equal angles. Let AB equals BC equals some A units. I have taken it as A units. Alright. Now using the Pythagoras, can I find out what will be my AC? Because my AB is A and my BC is also A. Therefore, my AC square will be equal to AB square plus BC square, which will be A square plus A square or 2A square. Hence, my AC will be square root of A times root 2 times A. So this will be root 2 times A using the Pythagoras. Is that clear? So I got my AC as root 2 times A. AB is A and BC is A. Can I find out all these 6 ratios now using this triangle? Now your A is 45. So first I will find out. I'm just bending my screen so that I can write below. Sine of angle A is opposite by hypotenuse. What is the opposite with respect to A? It is the side BC, that is BC by AC. BC is A and AC is root 2 times A. So A and A will get cancelled. So I have my sine of angle A is equal to 1 by root 2. Now I will go back to my column here. So I found out sine of 45 as 1 by root 2. You will enter it there. Got it? Now similarly, I will now go to cos of angle A. You will go back, whenever you find out one specific angle, you will go back to the tabulation and write it there. Now cos of angle A, cos of A is adjacent by hypotenuse. So that will be your adjacent is AB and your hypotenuse is AC. Again your adjacent is A and this is square root of A. A and A will get cancelled, so I get 1 by root 2. Again I got my cos of angle 45 also as 1 by root 2. So I write this as 1 by root 2. What is tan of angle A? Tan is nothing but sine by cos. Yes, Samiksha, what is that? Have a doubt? Your screen is popping into me. Sine A by cos A is your tan A. Already I got my sine of angle A as 1 by root 2. Cos is also 1 by root 2. So what is 1 by root 2 by 1 by root 2? It will be equal to 1. Because the numerator and denominator are the same. So my tan of angle 45 or tan 45 is your 1. Now should I I go and calculate to find out the value of cosecant theta, that is cosecant 45, secant 45 and cot 45? How will I find it out?
Ma'am, reciprocal of.
Yes, because they are the reciprocal ratios, I don't have to go and find them out separately. I take the reciprocal of sine 45 as cosecant 45. So what is the reciprocal of 1 by root 2? It will be root 2 itself. Right? Similarly, secant is the reciprocal of cos. So 1 by cos 45 is secant 45. So reciprocal of 1 by root 2 will again be root 2. And I know tan and cot are going to be the reciprocal ratio. Cot of 45 will be equal to tan of 45. So the reciprocal of 1 is 1 itself. So I got all the 6 ratios for the specific angle 45. So I got sine 45, cos 45, tan 45, cosecant 45, secant 45 and cot 45. So with respect to this triangle, where I have assumed it to be right angle at B, such that my angle A and angle C are 45 degrees each, using the Pythagoras and my initial assumptions, I could find all the 3 sides with respect to the side A. And once I had all the 3 sides, I could define the first 3 basic trigonometric ratios, find their values, and take the reciprocals to find the remaining 3 ratios. So like this, we have to proceed for 0, 30, 60 and 90. And this tabulation will be complete once we know all these angles with respect to the 6 ratios that you have. And that is called the trigonometric ratios of specific angles. The next, maybe we will continue in the next class. Tomorrow we don't have a class. So we will meet on Monday and try to complete this table on Monday. Is it clear? Are you still writing down something? Should I shift my system in some angle? You please tell me, I shall do it. So this column should be ready because the 45 degrees with respect to all the 6 ratios we have found. And this you should be able to recall after Monday's class. You should be able to recall them without any problem. This you have to learn by heart. Just like you know your multiplication tables, specific ratios or specific angles with the trigonometric ratios should be memorized and kept in your mind. Because this is again going to be used in your next chapter on application of trigonometry. So I think there we shall stop. I'll come back. One more thing that I wanted to do quickly, I'll just do it. Because anyway, I'm recording, let it be a document. That true or false is very important in that exercise. So I'm going there back. Yeah, this is the true or false in that exercise 8.1. We'll quickly discuss that. What is your next class today?
Ma'am, English.
Okay. I'll just finish in 2 minutes. You can join, don't worry. Because there's 5 minutes more. I'll just quickly discuss this. State whether the following statements are true or false and justify your answer. The justification is very important, all right? Now, the value of tan A is always less than 1. Why do you say the value of tan A is always less than 1? Okay, oh, specific angles is not, no need, specific angles is not required for this, no. The value of the tan of any angle in a right angle triangle is always less than 1. Can you justify the statement? Only this you required the specific angle. That's why you're not able to answer that. So we will come back. Once we find out the ratios with respect to angle 60, we will be able to answer this question. So don't worry about that. We will come back here. Come to the second one. Secant of A is 12 by 5 for some value of A. And secant of A be 12 by 5. Okay, here also. Yeah, maybe you have to find out whether cos can go beyond that. Okay, so this also I will skip and keep it for later. But the last 2. Okay, again specific angles are required. Okay, at least the third one. Cos of A is the abbreviation used for cosecant of angle A. Is it correct?
False.
Why true? Cos is cosine of angle A, not cosecant of angle A. Cosecant is cosec A. That is the reciprocal of sine. Please be very careful. Cos A means cosine of angle A, not cosecant. Cosecant is written as cosec, C-O-S-E-C. Cot A is the product of cot and A. Can I say that?
False.
No, it is just an abbreviation. That is, it is telling the,
Cot
what
of
is this
angle
cot
A.
telling? It is telling the trigonometric ratio for that angle A, the cot of angle A. That means the trigonometric ratio of cot for that angle A. It is not cot multiplied by A. So that is a false. And why sine theta is equal to 4/3 for some angle, that I have to discuss once the table is ready. The 1, 3 and 5 maybe we can discuss once our table is ready. All right. So I think we will stop here today because you will be late for your English class otherwise. So this recording is only for, it's run only for some 6-7 minutes. If required, I will send. Otherwise, I will just post the first one. Right. So I'll stop the screen share here, and we will quickly end the meeting so that you can go back and join your English class. Tomorrow we don't have a class, so we will join back on Monday. All right. Okay. Thank you very much, and bye. Join your English class quickly.
Thank you, ma'am.